Hey guys, ummm here from Dagron Gaming, and in this video I'm going to show you my favorite way to practice warding. So what you do is you go to the arcade and you look up this game mode. I have it here in my library. Neutral camp spawn boxes. Shout out to Devilesk for making this. It's pretty freaking cool. It's very helpful, especially when you're new or even if you're experienced, because it shows you all of the spawn boxes and it is very easy to use and very easy to learn how to ward and to counter ward. So I'm going to show you how I practice warding and dewarding, and also, more importantly, how I practice blocking a camp for the most part. So what you got to do is you got to create a custom lobby and type in anything for the password and enable cheats, because the cheats make it a lot easier to use this. So
30 seconds.
Alright, so here we are. This is basically what it looks like. It gives you all of these circles, which basically just mean the tower range and all that stuff. But for now, I'm just going to practice the whole warding thing. So what you can do is you can just turn these off and keep the ward vision on and turn that off as well. It's just a random thing. So the way I do it is I use Bristleback because I can just turn on WTF mode and just spam his quill spray, and it kills the camp immediately. So also with WTF mode you can just blink around wherever you want. So when you're blocking a camp, you have to remember that there are very common dewarding spots and very common places that people will pretty much know that you're placing a ward. So usually when you block this camp, someone will probably put a sentry ward there or a sentry ward there, and maybe occasionally one right here, but that's usually not the case. So thanks to this game mode, you can see the radius of the vision, so you can actually see where you can place a ward, and it's, as you can see, it's outside the vision of the sentry ward, and as long as it's inside these boxes that appear here, it will block the camp. There are some that you can place a ward in the box but it won't actually block, but you don't really have to worry about that, because you can find out pretty easily which spot actually blocks it because the box turns red. And so we can go over here, let's say you have attackers on your team or something, there's a sentry ward there. So what you can do is you can place a ward anywhere in this box. Usually I put it either right here or even over here, but either way it blocks the camp, and it's outside of, well, that one's not, but it's outside of the sentry ward vision. So doing this, you can actually find a lot of cool warding spots, as long as you know the most common dewarding spots, like right here, a couple sentries, a sentry down here. Sometimes they know you put a ward here, so there's a sentry right there. Usually don't put a sentry ward here, so you can actually put an observer like in these trees right here. So yeah, all you gotta do is you gotta just pay attention to the game, see where people deward, see where they can tell that you placed a ward, and you can pretty much just go around, put a observer ward. This mode is really awesome because it gives you all these options, and turning on cheats makes it a lot easier because you can just clear the camp, block it. You actually learn a lot of cool tricks and places you can actually block camps. Like I learned you can place one right here just from standing down here and it will block the camp. There are a few places that are technically in the box, but because they're above, they won't actually block. So this will not be blocked, but one up here will. And you can destroy these if you want, it doesn't really matter. Just place a ward wherever you want, sentry ward, wherever you think people are going to deward you from, and then just pop down an observer ward. Observer wards last 7 minutes, sentry wards last 4. So it's usually better to block with an observer ward because they last longer. But sentry wards are always available, so you can just use those instead. You just have to remember that they will not block as long. And that's about it. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to let me know. If you want to see me ward every single camp the way I do it, then go ahead and leave me a note in the comments and might get to it. I don't know, kind of busy. But yeah, thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe.